Recently, I heard this story from one of my mentors, and it really touched my heart, and I felt like sharing with everyone. If you're going through any personal pain or you're struggling where you find yourself questioning your faith and asking yourself, why is this happening to me? What did I do? Then please hear till the very end. This is a real story of a woman who lost her husband 2 years down her marriage. She is in deep depression and she decides to end her life. She tries to commit suicide not once, not twice, but 16 times. Yes, and each time she fails. Then one night, out of frustration, she prays to God. God, I do not want to live anymore. There is no meaning to my life. Do something. Don't wake me up tomorrow. That night, she has a dream. She sees herself in heaven with many other souls around her. And there's God in a meeting, assigning tasks to everyone. She sees God asking that who will go down on earth and help the widows? Who will help them overcome their grief? And she sees herself raise a hand. Then God says, who will go down with this soul in her support to help her learn the lessons that she needs to learn to fulfill her task? And she sees her husband raise his hand. When she wakes up in the morning and recollects this dream, she's a changed woman. She no longer wants to end her life. In fact, she dedicates the rest of her life serving these other women like her who have lost their loved ones and are unable to overcome their grief. Wonderful, isn't it? Isn't our story very similar to her in some way? Don't we all have this veil of amnesia over our purpose in this life? And only if we could see it, we would all live our lives so differently. At this time, if you are struggling with anything in your life, I hope this story gives you this new perspective and you see where you could have raised your hand and taken up some challenge, where you could have offered to fulfill a task, and that is why you are going through what you are going through. And maybe that person whom you think is giving you pain or suffering is actually the soul who came in support of you, who raised his or her hand to help you learn your lessons so that you can fulfill your task. I wish this story gives you a fresh new perspective and a lot of comfort. Love and peace. Keep shining.